What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast, Good Pickins episode 1 million.
And
Uh,
two.
and two, yeah, with special guest Zesty Pickles in the building. What's going on, Zesty?
Oh, hello. Hi. How are you?
Yeah, I like the hair. I seen the Instagram post
Thank
when
you.
you got it did.
Thank you. I have
Scott or
bangs
her
now.
did. Yeah, I do too. You just can't see under my hat.
It's a secret. Secret bangs.
Yeah,
There'll be
yeah,
a
man. What's
reveal
going?
later.
Right.
Yeah.
So how's everybody doing in the chat tonight? Please spam type a bunch of randomness just to get the algorithm going, hit the thumbs up and all that goodness.
I saw
How you
Hillary
guys doing?
said first before the show even started. Congratulations,
It's
Hillary.
dedication right there. What's going on, Hillary?
What's up, Bobby?
We got good game grabs, Nabiart posted up in the building.
I
Uh
wonder who that is.
Yeah.
yeah. She said, "Hey, at least I accomplished something today, LOL." Yeah.
Oh, so I'm assuming you didn't list today? Because if you
Oh, that's
didn't,
crazy. That's
no,
crazy. Bobby, what's going on from Northeast Ohio? What's going on from the middle of Missouri? Well, not I guess the middle, because we're
I
on the
mean,
coast,
it kind of
the
feels like the
edge
middle
of the state.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
You
in the middle
know?
of the Midwest, though, or the United
Exactly.
States at least.
Right.
What's up, Jessica? What's going on? Is it
Jessica.
just Jessica? Is it just Jessica or is Xena with you too?
Oh, that's a good point.
Well, looky, it's a Zesty. Yeah,
Oh,
special
wow.
guest.
It's a wild Zesty.
Yeah.
She's alive.
That's what the Discord says when someone, oh, wild so and so just showed up.
Just
Dang it, brother.
appeared.
Yeah, and then we all spam the wave emojis. It's just
Yeah.
random emojis that, yeah. I don't know.
What's
It's
going
like
on, Tiffany?
I think it's kind of cool that our Discord does that, but also kind of like 5% cheesy. I don't know.
It's super cheesy, especially like when it's the I don't know what that thing is that pops out around the corner and it's
I
like
know. It's like it peeks around and like waves. Yeah.
yeah. But hey,
It's giving me like glitter gifts sent from your mother that say happy like Thanksgiving
yeah,
or like
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
It
That's
definitely
exactly. It's
is.
like
It's kind of
90s
cute, but you're
AOL.
like,
Is there a way
It's
that we can change it to something more awesome?
I know. I was gonna say there's no way to change it, or I would have already changed it. But yes, like very much to what Zesty said, though, it's very much like '90s email chain. Like
Yeah,
send this email to
yeah.
15
To
other
everyone
people
or
with
yeah.
this
else,
GIF in it.
Or a
yeah.
clown will find you under your bed
Right.
at
That's
night.
Yeah.
exactly what it's like.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hillary says she has not listed yet, but we'll be doing that after the mini minion is in bed. Hey, no
Ah,
problem.
okay.
I literally just listed an item right before this chat. Uh,
Nice.
I finished all my listings earlier, and then I went and took a nappy nap because I've been up since 4:30 this morning.
Shoot.
I went
Okay.
to church. Let me show you guys what I listed if I can get my screen. Last time I shared a screen while we were live, and I had these earphones in, it got all like choppy and pixelated.
Oh, that's
Sound
weird.
like I was a robot. But we're
Oh,
gonna see. I'm gonna share this with you guys real fast. Like
perfect.
this. Check this
Oh
thing out,
yeah.
man.
Nice.
$185 for this freaking Yeti mug, man. It's my preacher's Yeti mug. He's been drinking out of this thing for 5 years. And somebody was like, "Man, what are you doing drinking out of that thing, man? That thing's like worth $300, but it's only worth 300 brand new." So, like you can see like he enjoyed many a cup of coffee out of that thing. Uh
Yeah, he's a coffee drinker, just like
yeah,
me.
so I was like, yeah, man, I'll sell it for you. We could do 70-30, and he's like, "No, man, we're definitely doing 50-50." And I was like, "All right, cool, whatever, I'm not gonna force you, but if you're down for it, I am too." So
Yeah. No,
yeah,
that's awesome. I remember you telling me about that when we were in line at the bins the other day.
yeah,
But
man.
yeah, I just find it so funny that somebody had to like come by and be like, "Yo, what are you
Yeah.
doing?" Like,
Right. It makes me wonder how that person knew. Like, are they a Yeti
yeah,
Right.
fanatic? Are they a reseller? Or do they just realize that,
They know their
that's
cups.
they got to. There's
they
people
got
out
to.
there that know Starbucks mugs, so I can
Right.
see it.
because that's the ones like that really sort of like pique my interest is
Yeah,
mostly Starbucks stuff.
yeah,
I mean, yes, I will look at some Yeti stuff, but most of the time I'm passing it up. So like,
yeah.
I'm curious if
I
I've passed that up in the bins before.
Right, you'll be looking for it now. Everybody in the chat,
Oh
make sure you
yeah,
guys are looking for it. Camouflage Yeti tumblers. There's another one that goes for a high dollar. It's kind of the same, but instead of having that pastelish like pink color or whatever that is,
yeah.
mauve, whatever, there it's black and like standard duck camo.
Oh
Uh
okay.
so yeah, that's just as valuable as well. But then there's new ones. The new pattern goes for just as much too. Let me just look up the new one.
That's so
Camo
wild.
Yeti. It goes for like 75.
That's crazy.
I'm
It's just
Yeah,
a cup
hang
at the end
on.
of the day.
Who
You
would
know what
have
I'm
thought?
saying? It's just a
Who
Yeah.
would have
cup.
thought?
Well, it's
Well,
showing all
like
the high ones.
we were sitting there chatting with Pat. I don't know if he's in the chat tonight or anything. I know he watches both Marcus and I, but
Yeah.
Pat
What
was
up, Pat?
saying
If you
like,
are.
yeah, Pat was saying like, yo, you just got to sell that for $180, buy a $20, whatever Walmart brand Yeti is. I can't remember off the top of my head now, Mountain something or whatever. And yeah,
Yeah.
like and just keep your $155 and have the same thing.
Yeah.
you know.
These ones with the stamps on it, like the hunting stamps, they also go for this one's being sold for 85 because it's the bigger tumbler, but the 20 ounces go for 75. And this person right here with this listing exclusively has been selling them like crazy. This is all the same person's listings, not this one. But
Wild.
this with this brick wall, I don't understand where they got all these from.
Are they
Where are they
controlling the
getting all this
market?
from?
Did they
They must
buy?
be because they're
They
No,
all
bought all the.
selling for
well, you see
75-ish.
that it says that the duck camouflage is discontinued at that 350 seller right there. So I'm thinking
Yeah,
that maybe well, that's probably a Ducks Unlimited stamp. Ducks Unlimited is a big thing. They do
yeah,
like stamp contests and everything,
yeah.
like to the point where
Oh,
like there's award winners and like a Duck of the Year, and
Yeah.
like it's a very well, same thing with like I almost want to say like that hunter like decor chic that you would see like
Mhm.
chandeliers made out of antlers. Well, if it's like
Yeah,
real, there's 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 buyers
right.
for that. Same thing with like
Definitely.
those very specific like prints. So if it's
hmm.
Yeah.
discontinued, that's probably that person probably either worked at a place and bought them all up and was like, heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
Like
had the
they scored the
foresight.
lick of a
right.
lifetime.
They work at
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
a like Bass
or yeah, or like a Cabby
Yeah.
yes,
Or
Sports or
or
Cabela's
like
or
whatever.
Dick's
something like
Sporting
that.
Goods, yeah, and then bought
Yeah.
all of
Yeah,
the like rest of the stock.
yeah.
Or they could have been like back in the day, what was it called? Sports Authority.
Oh
Went
Mhm.
out of
yeah.
business, like Tekken
They
Sports, the
did.
guy that runs the Discord, he bought out a whole Sports Authority. Could be a
That's
deal like
wild.
that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, talk about having some money saved up to buy inventory with. Let me
Yeah.
just buy out this
Seriously,
whole. He bought out Circuit Cities. He bought
that's
out sports
wild.
authorities. Yeah, man, like
That's cool.
dude's major. Right.
Huh.
So Mojo Mama's in the building. What's going on? Nita J, what up?
Nita.
Torrance Torrance J, what's going on, broski?
Yeah, welcome,
We
welcome.
got
Torrance is frequent
Lilac
chatter in
Seller.
the Discord. So
Yeah,
if you
Torrance
guys
dropped J.E. Morgan as a Bolo brand for thermals, and guess what I sold today? J.E. Morgan brand
nice,
thermals, vintage,
nice.
made in the USA.
Heyo.
Nice.
Lilac Seller, never heard that name. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming and joining us. I like that cup of what does that say? Cup
Yeah,
of
what
what?
is that?
Coffee.
Raised by a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Nice.
Feel like
I
that's got to
will.
be Zesty's motto.
That's me every
Yeah.
day. I am raised in
Drury,
the
no
day.
sun. Yeah, I'm raised off coffee too. My mom had me making her instant coffee. Unfortunately, instant coffee at like 6, 7 years old, like making it the perfect way. So, I've been around coffee my whole life,
So you're a
and she drinks
barista.
coffee right before bed. Yeah,
I can do that. I can do that.
yeah,
Like I
I
don't know
can
what I
too.
don't know what it is, but yeah.
I just really love the taste of coffee. Uh,
Same.
I'll probably like get some decaf and drink decaf just for the flavor at night, but I haven't got around to that. Usually I'm just like whatever, I'll drink real coffee and then just kind of stay up 1 extra hour. But it
Right.
is what it is.
I hear
Uh
you.
Bobby says it's dreary, no sun there, raining, but she's got her listings done. It's kind of like funky here too, but I
Yep,
got my
Mm-hmm.
listings
same.
done too.
Yeah, it was like a really
Zena's in the
dreary
living room.
day after a
Yeah,
couple,
man.
like a streak of good weather days, and that's always a
Mm-hmm.
bummer, you know,
Right.
especially in the
S-
winter, you
Yeah,
know.
it's yesterday was like what 65
Yeah, it
degrees.
was,
It
Yeah.
was really nice,
man,
weirdly
I
nice
tell you,
yesterday.
Yeah.
it's,
My
it's,
homeboy was like sweating and he's like, it's not supposed to be like this out here.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
seriously.
719 resales was going on. Jeff, he said about time we get an interesting host on the podcast. Yeah, Zesty's in
Ah,
the
I see
building.
what you did there, Jeff. I see what you
Yeah.
did. Okay.
Nana's Treasures, what's going on? Travis George, hey, actually caught alive. That's what's up, bro. Appreciate you coming and hanging
Hey,
out with
you're
us.
you're catching a good one. You're catching a
Yeah,
good one.
Miss Q, what's going on? Why the heck is that Yeti mug worth so much? Discontinued. So be on the lookout. Yeah,
And
50
Yeti.
50.
Yeah.
50 is not bad considering I was only going to take 30, but because I don't know how
Um,
consignment works.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, how much
yeah.
legwork are you doing? So, like, I did a consignment for a friend for an entire base set collection of Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
Okay, this is like $1,000 to $1,300 at the time that I sold
yeah,
this. It's probably gone down a little bit in value, but regardless, I'm like, okay, so I got to make sure that like every card is in pristine condition. I got to take a
hmm
bunch of pictures. Probably going to take a video.
yeah,
Like so on and so forth. Like I have to do
Mm-hmm.
a ton of legwork, and I did do a 70-30 split of the net profit, and I
hmm
wish I would have done more. Like so,
yeah,
I mean,
right.
it
And so,
depends.
like, it was good that he volunteered this morning. Like, and yeah, we're splitting this 50-50. So,
Yeah,
I'm because it got listed in less than 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's such a fast list. The longest part of it was typing out a description and taking the photos. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it was super easy to list. So I was okay with 30%. But hey, if you want to do 50-50, bro, I'm all the way with it.
yeah.
Tiffany said, Zesty, do you like puzzles?
I like puzzles. I can't tell you the last time I did a big boy puzzle. I did a tiny little Studio Ghibli one,
Mm,
but that was just because I'm a little anime nerd. I did want to say something about consignment though. I actually used to manage and work at a consignment store here in St.
yeah,
Louis, and they're still open and they still work, but they were more home decor, furniture, things of that nature, like not necessarily clothes at all, nothing like that.
yeah,
So I feel like in that regard, we had different categories of the things. We had the category for furniture, which was 50-50 because it,
right.
it it was heavy, it was hard to move, right? So you would want to get more value out of the time you're spending. And then the other
hmm
ones had different like breakdowns. Like our decor, we actually received 30% and they got like 70.
hmm
Purses, we did 50-50 because we did do name brand purses. But I'm wondering if
Right.
like maybe in y'all's future, even ours, like if we do consign for other people, maybe we kind of have an idea of how much work it's going to take, like Nabier said, and then factor that into what profit you want.
Well, I can understand that definitely. And the only reason why I was willing to do the split, like I said, was because it took less than 5 minutes. Now, a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, has this book. I can't remember what it's called, or else I'd look that up too. But he got it from Goodwill in Farmington for like $2, and it sells for $100. And he's like, you want to sell this book for me? And I was like, I'll do it. But since you do Amazon as well, you might want to consider getting your eBay account set up so you can have an alternative avenue for books that you can't use on Amazon or sell on
Right.
Amazon. But
Definitely.
it's going to be a quick list too, like you scan the barcode, copy all the information, take pictures of the actual item, boom,
Right.
Yeah.
so I'll do a fair split on that too. But I mean, if he wants to do 50-50 on that as well, I mean, I'm down. uh it's not going to be something that I do on a regular basis just because consignment is already so tricky with people.
Hmm.
If it's something that requires a lot of listing, like I'm probably not going to do it.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
Jeff said Ozark Mountain. That's the Walmart version of Yeti, right?
Yes, that's the word that I was looking for earlier. So thank you,
Okay.
Jeff. Yeah, I was like
Yeah, those are
mountain
those are
something,
good.
but
Yeah.
yeah, Ozark Mountain. They work the exact same.
Sarah said, yeah, they definitely do. Sarah said, "Good grief, why? LOL. I guess we should research the value of our Yetis. We got them for free. Hubby's company branded products. Those may not be worth as much. I'll be looking for the camo. I think any Yeti is worth anything.
Yeah,
It's better than paying it full retail price because I think like brand new they're like $30 to $50. But
yeah.
I got mine at a yard sale for $5, and I love that thing.
I mean, like, and even if it's branded, I mean, Marcus and I are both people that have sold things that have been company branded, and that
Yep.
doesn't scare us. Like,
I
it's
legit listed a Orgill. It's a factory out here in the area where I live.
okay,
Burn apparel. It's like duck jacket, like Carhartt
okay.
type jacket. This morning, brand new with tags. I listed it for $95. Probably won't get 95, but I seen a bunch of listings for 95. But it also actually they were 125. But it had Matco tools embroideries on it, which is much cooler than some random factory. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Matco is pretty much up there in like the top tier of tools,
Yeah,
so I think you'll do okay on that.
yeah.
You'll do okay.
Uh, Torrance says a lot of weird stuff out here. That's for sure. Like getting into the weird factor of things, man. That people can sell is just you could scroll all day and find different stuff on eBay, man. Only on eBay.
Yeah, dude, like I just that just sparked this in my brain, but I was looking at NASCAR VHSs earlier
Yeah.
because I had come across some the other day at the bins, and I saw people were selling home recorded NASCAR videotapes, like
Hmm.
NASCAR VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Like they
And
recorded themselves.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
but they were worth like considerably more than the other NASCAR VHS that was actually branded and like produced.
Really?
It was super weird. So like I'm part of a VHS group on Facebook, and
Uh,
somebody had asked like, does anybody on here like buy, just home recorded VHS,
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason? Like, and somebody
mhm.
replied back and said that they rip the VHS recordings onto their computer because they want to rip the ads, like the old advertisements from like the 80s and
Yeah.
90s, from those
Mm-hmm.
VHS.
Yeah.
I guess if people wanted to like watch old races, like how else are you gonna watch
Right.
old races? Like,
Right.
Yeah, well,
so I mean,
That's
it makes total sense. There are YouTube channels
mhm.
that just are like 80s
yeah,
like commercials,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
back like for hours.
I can't
It
recall how many 90s commercials I've looked up.
Oh yeah,
right.
for
So
sure,
I can
for sure.
understand.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Well, I
kind of
think
cool
that in
though.
that
It's
same
like
channel, somebody was
mhm.
trying to sell a bunch of like wrestling tapes, like home video wrestling tapes that they
Nice.
recorded too. And I'm like, one, is there a market for that? Because are you talking about
Yeah.
like backyard wrestling, or
Right.
Right.
are you talking about like actual like
Like
TV, like
WWE. Like
WWE, like same thing
yeah.
with like NASCAR, like the events was actually taped.
That's kind of
I don't
cool.
know.
But
Because I
yeah,
mean, like, really, what's the archive situation looking like on all that older stuff? We
well
didn't have
that's
everything was not digital back then like it is
that's
Right.
now.
that's what I'm
Like,
wondering too. Like also like could you monetize a channel like with that old footage? Like I don't
right,
know.
right.
I don't
Uh, I've seen small channels like I said, some of the 90s commercials and things that I've looked up, and it's like a channel with like 500 subs, but they've got like a million views on this commercial from the 90s.
right.
So it's like, are like if you had 1,000 subs, would you be able to monetize that content or not?
That's a
Yeah.
really
So
good question. Really good
it's just like
question.
that
I
video
don't know.
drinking out of cups I showed you guys. That small channel, but that guy had thousands and thousands of views on that video.
But
You
that
Yeah.
know,
but that was probably an original piece of content. You know what I'm saying? I'm like
I
saying
don't
it
know where that
from a
came from.
copyright point of
Right.
view.
Yeah,
You know.
Like, I'm sure
yeah,
So
you won't get paid a bunch of money if you just do the same like Campbell's tomato chick or chicken noodle soup from
right.
like Christmas, that snowman.
Yeah.
We all know
Right, with the
that
dripping
yeah,
commercial
snow.
where
yeah,
it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, mom." You know?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I know that like for cover channels, like say we all had a band and we did like cover band or cover songs, we would get 50% of the content money or the money from our channel, and the actual
yeah,
artist would get the other 50%. So I
yeah.
don't know if it would be a situation like that where like the
Gotcha.
company would get 50% and we'd get 50%, or if they would just flat out sue for like you're posting our stuff, like give us all the
Yeah,
money.
they'd
Right.
send you a cease and desist, you know.
Yeah. Next thing you know, all your videos are getting taken down and
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I'd
you're
hate to get a cease and desist from NASCAR, like NASCAR, stop posting our races.
right. So we got Craig in the building. What's going on, Craig? Let's see. Yeah, Sarah, hope you're feeling better. Let's see. Got a Keurig with a frother. Best gift ever. It has saved me money because I'm a coffee person. Definitely. I got a Keurig. I left it at my mom's house. I don't really. The pods are just ridiculous when I could just go buy like a big old tub of coffee and it's like a third of the cost. I don't know.
I mean,
I
Zesty,
do want to
you
start
have that
getting
exact
into.
setup. You've got the Keurig with the frother. I
No,
mean,
okay, so I have a different setup,
oh,
y'all.
my bad, my bad.
I'm a little I leveled up, y'all. I coffee snob. But this was a wedding gift. This was from my parents
See,
for
that's a
the
difference though.
it's different. So for my bridal shower, I got this fancy. It's actually by Ninja, but they do K
Nice.
pods from Keurig and they do Nespresso pods from
That's what I
Nespresso.
want.
And I like having the option of a cup of coffee versus like maybe a latte or something that's
Yeah.
a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but I totally do have like one of those handheld frothers. I even got one
Yeah.
that's like a heated cup that you pour the
Yeah.
stuff in and it just froths it automatically for you.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna
bougie.
have to
It's
level up,
bougie,
man.
but
I
So
like
bougie.
coffee.
I deserve it. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, Marcus,
Yeah.
you deserve it.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're a
everybody deserves a
hardworking
good
man. You
tasty cup of
deserve it.
coffee.
A good
Yeah.
zesty cup of coffee, actually.
Yeah. Uh, all right, Torrance, I will be on the lookout in the Discord for this book right here. And by the way, guys, it is free to join the Discord if you guys want to. There is a link in the description.
Over a
So
hundred
you can
people in
come
there.
kick it with us. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. I didn't even realize when we hit 100 members. Like I just looked over at
Yeah.
the sidebar one day when I had it open on my computer, and I'm like, oh crap,
Yeah.
we're over 100 members in the Discord.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
So thank
cool.
you to all of you guys that are members of the Discord and do post in there daily. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people in there that post more than I do. I'm really there's a notification right there from the Discord. Normally I'm a lot like it's like that. There'll be a situation where I see the notification, but either I'm busy doing something or like I try to get in there as much as possible, but I'm kind of like a few times a day versus all day.
Don't
When doing
Yeah.
apologize.
consignment,
I'm the
I'm
worst.
just such a busy
I'm the
person, man.
worst.
It's all good.
I'm so distracted when because I work full time right here
Hmm.
at this desk, and so
Yeah.
sometimes I even have to like put my focus feature on so I can actually just do my job.
Hmm.
But I'm trying to get better
Understood.
about it because I don't want to work
Mm.
here all the time forever. I want to work with
Right.
y'all
Yeah,
Yeah.
get on with
forever.
Yeah.
it.
When doing consignment, remember you as the business owner have to pay the taxes on the sale 15, 18, 20%. So make sure you are more than 50 plus on the split. Well, we're going to split 50% of what's left over after setting taxes aside and eBay fees. And I'm
Right,
not promoting it. I'm not
right.
promoting it because it's rare. Uh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and
There'll be no
so
need. There'll be
Mhm.
yeah,
no
there's
need.
no need. And I'm not going to take a ridiculous offer either because there's no need.
Yeah.
He's not in a rush to get the money from it, and there's no need in me just giving away money for free. If now if it was my item, it'd be a different story, but
Right.
definitely going to
Right.
be trying to maximize the profits.
No, and I think that
Mhm.
is a valid point, Travis. By the way, I
Yeah,
mean it's
thank you,
definitely something
Travis.
to consider. So yeah.
Someone just showed up in the Discord,
Ayo, you love to see that.
and thank you. Um, I volunteer for a local nonprofit where most of the volunteers are elderly. My job for them is listing donated items on eBay. I'm constantly dodging consignment requests from other volunteers. Hmm. See,
I
that's
mean,
that's great and all, for the company that runs the eBay page, but like
Mhm.
everywhere's starting to do eBay now. Like even the thrift store my brother
Even
works at is
Goodwill. Yeah.
hinting around about doing eBay. And it's all good that everybody does it because there's more than enough room to go around, but that just means there's less stuff for us out there.
yeah,
But it
for
is what it
sure,
is.
for sure.
There's
But
no shortage of donations, so
I mean, can we let's talk about this right now though? And I posted about this in the reselling subcategory of our Discord.
yeah,
But the fact that they're trying to roll out Goodwill is trying to roll out a membership sort of program where it
yeah,
gives you access to premium product, the ability to purchase spots on the conveyor belt, which seems a little like it's too vague, which is really
yeah,
weird. An online portal to manage your membership, special reduced pricing on products throughout the outlet, which is super interesting. So
yeah,
like, I don't know.
So
If this rolls out and it goes nationwide, I might be getting a membership. I don't know.
let me talk a little bit about this from what I've heard. There's a guy that's in the reseller Nirvana group. He's in another state. I can't recall which state he's in. I think it's in like Florida somewhere. Because for some reason, all the stuff in Goodwill happens in Florida in the district where Tekken Sports lives at. So
Okay.
the blue boxes, Goodwill blue boxes, and all that stuff started there.
So they
And
do
this guy,
their product
they
rollout there.
roll it out there, yeah. So like
Gotcha.
it's the guy that's
Yeah.
over that district. I guess he's got a lot of influence and stuff in what gets done corporate wide. But anyway,
Okay.
so the guy that I first heard talk about this says that he pays like $20 or $25 a month, and then it's an additional 20 cents off per pound from
Okay.
having this membership. And then like
Mm.
that you do get to go back there and like watch this stuff be dumped out of the pallets onto the conveyor belt and just pull what you want and fill your cart up that way. Then you go pay.
Okay.
But yeah, if they do it in our bins, I'm definitely signing up for it.
Well, like, okay, but how do you get your spot at the conveyor? Like, do you
Right.
pay more for a spot that's closer to the front of the conveyor, or is it first come first serve, or like, you know what I'm saying? There
Yeah,
can
see,
be a
that's a
lot
good
I
of
feel like
question.
that needs to be defined before people would actually
Yeah,
give
yes,
money,
one
because that would
hundred
yeah,
start
percent,
fights if there was
one
yeah,
hundred,
money
100%. I
involved.
could see
right,
people brawling for this first spot on the conveyor, like
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
straight up,
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
absolutely. You see
and
how they
imagine.
line up at the door.
Well, yeah, but I'm just like even places where it's like more like hostile, like Houston, like the Houston bins,
Hmm.
bro. People are gonna be throwing bows
Right, right,
over conveyor
yeah,
spots. You know, like
yeah.
yeah,
It's interesting to see. I'll let somebody else try it out first, and then
yeah,
determine
yeah.
what
Excuse me.
what I do from there. But I'm definitely interested in it. I honestly, anything that's going to help my buy cost be a little bit lower, I'm definitely down. Especially because they just raised the prices on us.
Well, I think that may be why they raised the prices as sort of a preemptive, like, okay, you guys are already paying $1.60. Now we're gonna introduce this membership after we've already raised the price 20 cents,
Yeah,
and then they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That
yeah,
way they're technically making their money even if
yeah,
no one joins this membership regardless.
yep,
right,
yep,
right.
Yeah.
for
Well, I
sure.
know, I know the lady Pat. She said that like I because I think it was 2 weeks ago. I filled my cart up, and then I was out of my car putting everything up, and she walked over to me. She's like, "Hey, how much did you pay for all that?" And I was like, "A little over. I think it was like $211." And she said, "See, that's crazy. She's like, when they raised the prices, that's when I stopped buying a whole bunch of stuff because she'll fill up two carts." She's like, when they did that, I stopped buying a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I literally have no choice.
Yeah.
I list 300 items a week. I have to come and buy heavy like this.
I mean,
So
are like the alternative is like, okay, well,
go
are you
to the
gonna go
thrift
to a
store.
regular thrift store and pay six
Right.
Right,
dollars for a pair of jeans?
Or
No, you're
drive
gonna
right.
pay.
farther to maybe the St. Vincent de Paul ones, or
Well,
maybe
Yeah,
even
yeah,
the Found by the Pound ones. But again,
which
you're
is more
fighting.
expensive.
Yeah, you're possibly paying more, and you're fighting a brand new crowd where you're already kind
Yeah.
of got your in with, like,
Yep.
you've paid your dues.
Yep.
You've paid your dues. Your dues are paid.
Yep. Yep.
right.
And that's true. That is true. Cause like, it's the same crowd. It's the same people that go there every day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Mixed in with some other people that don't come there all the time. But
Right.
you get to start noticing faces and you notice the cliques, you notice the crews, who's together and who's not together, you know all that. And when you go to a new location, you have to learn all that stuff. And it's very easily noticed because when I went to Nashville I went to the bins 2 days in a row, and I immediately saw some same people that was there the day before, and everybody talks to each other and everybody gets stuff because they know who sells what type of thing. So, like you
sure.
notice all that stuff, but you got to
Right.
earn your spot in that type of, like people bring me stuff and I'm sure people give you stuff all the time. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
But
Mhm.
this because we've earned that spot
Yeah.
there,
How many
like people
times have
know who
we
we
been
are and what
gifted
we do.
Tupperware just because
yeah,
Right.
we found it, and it's like,
Right.
yeah.
"Hey, you're with that orange clown, right? With the
Yeah.
Tupperware lady? Here you go."
And how
Mhm.
about that time Brian gave you all those that whole load of stuff
Oh
Yep,
before he had to
yeah.
rush
yeah,
out of there
yeah,
that day?
yeah.
So and
Yeah,
Tim don't even mess with clothes. He's always over there
yeah.
finding stuff for me. You know what I
Well,
mean?
see, he's finding stuff for you and taking stuff out of my cart.
Right. He's taking your stuff and come giving it to
right,
me.
right.
He's the other day he said, man, I'm just trying to, spread the wealth, man. He said, I gotta make sure I get you guys something good so you'll talk about me on the channel.
Hey, listen,
got you, bro.
I put him on our channel, so you
Yeah, he's
know.
been in the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
Jessica
funny.
said they just shipped a Cutter and Buck golf pullover with a random company logo yesterday. Definitely not a deal breaker. Yeah, and the better the brand, like Cutter and Buck's not the greatest of brands, but like if it was a Patagonia or
Oh yeah.
something like that, it's
Easy.
definitely going to sell. It doesn't matter what it's on or what's on
Exactly.
it. I mean. I
Exactly.
have no idea if I'm permitted to say this here, but I'm doing a free CPA chat on my channel soon, specifically for resellers. We are taking requests in advance for what people want any tips on.
Oh,
Yeah, and
that's
she did
nice.
put out a little short video about that, like a teaser about that coming up on her channel. If you guys are not subscribed, I think we gave her the shout out last week,
Did
wasn't it?
we?
Oh, but
Oh,
hey,
did we?
tonight's shout out is
Yeah.
Tiffany
Well,
Okay,
Nifty
here we
Nook or
here we
here you
go.
store
go.
Nifty
we
Nook
are
Thrift.
we are segueing right into that one.
I
If
love it.
someone can, because we're pretty far behind, if someone can share Sarah's link, Hillary, if you're still here, can you share Nifty
Um,
Nook Thrift's
yeah, I
link?
can try to find it here.
So I mean I could do it. I just have to get on my phone.
No, it's all
I need
good.
to get caught up on this chat. No
Yeah,
requests so far. May
let's
as
get
well
caught
take
up on the
advantage
chat.
of it.
We've been chatting amongst each other for a
Yeah.
while.
She said it's free, open to all, and her husband is a certified accountant, so it's legit info. The only home recorded VHS I can see a market for would be adult movies. Oh wow. Mr. Ching King, what's going on, Scott? So you're saying I should record myself wrestling? Absolutely, bro. Speaking of
Yes.
wrestling, like backyard wrestling, there's this kid named Bobby that I knew on the south side, like Bevo area, and he would record his own like backyard wrestling movies, and like they had light bulbs and stuff and like Christmas tree ornaments, and they'd like do a scene and then they'd pause real quick and bust them over their head and get some blood going and then go back in. And I'm like, you
That's
guys are like
crazy.
extreme, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I lived in the country. I remember we had some neighbors who would do some backyard wrestling, and they had like their little tiny makeshift like wrestling, like with a
Right.
pit with like
Yeah.
the straps to like
Yeah.
bounce off
To
of.
bounce off of.
Yeah, it was really cute. No
That's
bloody like
dedication.
that's
Yeah, these
dedication.
dudes
Like
were
Home
jumping
Alone in
off
their
of
faces.
dumpsters. They're jumping off of dumpsters with 2x4s, like whacking each other on the head. Like, I'm
That's
like, dude, you guys
incredible.
are real. You're so
Wow.
intense, man.
Hey,
Like,
that's passion. Okay,
yeah,
I
Is that what
admire.
you
Yeah.
call it?
I admire the passion.
a little
Okay.
bit of being a lunatic too. Lilac Seller says, my understanding is that selling anything with the old commercials can get you zeroed because of the companies having copyright on the vibrate advertisement. Well, I don't know what
On
a
the
vibrate
Vintage.
I don't know.
advertisement is.
It's vintage advertisements.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes more
Oh,
sense.
the face afterwards made it look like, something weird.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't read far enough
Okay,
ahead.
Hit the next comment. There you go.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
a very
Sorry, guys.
unfortunate
What's up,
combination
Jimmy?
of
Yeah,
things.
What's up,
that's
Jimmy?
very unfortunate. What up, Jimmy dog? How you doing? I
Heck
rock an
yeah.
espresso. Nespresso it's definitely not the greatest plain, but if you add all the goodies to it, it'll do.
Yeah.
KT Treasures, what's going on, guys? Popping in to say hello and hit that thumbs up. Got to get up early for a live storage auction. Let's go.
Ooh,
Sell
live.
that
All
stuff,
right.
yo.
All right. Well, I wonder if it's in person or not, because like I
It's
feel
on
like
their
those
YouTube
are
channel.
okay.
Most
Okay.
likely gonna be on their YouTube channel. They
That's
do
cool.
storage auctions and
That's
stuff.
what's up. That's what's up.
Anybody have any advice on a steamer or iron? I have a professional steamer, Conair, and the cord gets hot. Not good. Thinking about getting a travel iron with less power. I don't do anything with, and I've thought about it multiple times, but at the end of the day, I'm doing 60 items a day right now, and I haven't had an issue with selling. Like, I literally sold a linen pair of pants that was all wrinkled up, and like you couldn't tell that they were straight leg because the legs had been drawn up and they still sold. So if I can sell that,
Yeah.
I'm not really wasting my time. So I don't have any advice, but if anyone in the chat has advice on a good steamer, please share that info with Mojo Mama.
And also, like, yes, good thing that you're being cautious with that, because if the cord is getting hot, that's a pretty good sign to
Yeah.
like
Burn
not.
your house down.
Yeah. Exactly. So,
Fire hazard.
yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, I also
Jeff's
agree
been
with
doing a lot
Marcus.
of tea. A lot of tea. I don't drink tea, man.
I like tea every now and then. It's got to be. I'm same way with coffee though. It's got to be the right time. I like drinking water. It's easy.
Yeah.
He's
I
a
get the
simple
ice
man.
Right here.
He's a simple
I
man.
go out to the backyard. I go to the well. I put the pail down. I bring it back
Yeah,
up.
he brings
It's
back
Yeah.
a couple
it's a
pails
whole
of water.
it's a whole
awesome.
thing.
Then he goes
Yeah.
out and he churns the butter.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Feed the cow.
Yeah. Needs the
Jessica
dough,
says she loves the Discord, great for advice and shenanigans. A lot of
especially
shenanigans,
the
which is
shenanigans.
pretty awesome.
Yes. Like the one
Let's see.
time that I was testing a DVD VHS combo, and when I opened the DVD side, it was gay porn, and I was like,
Ooh,
I gotta post this in the Discord. So
yeah, only in the Discord. Smash that thumbs up, Scott says, so you guys cannot disobey Scott,
you
or else you won't
cannot,
get a cha-ching.
you won't get the cha-ching.
SA grind, what's going on? Teaching Al said, I heard some bids in Cali are $3 per pound. Wow,
That's
that's like
crazy.
it's getting
Well,
up there.
it's California, so
Yeah.
what can you say?
Yeah,
Cost of
Torrance
living
says
is
pay to play.
crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything else goes up, even the bins.
The nonprofit I volunteer for is super local, so I'm happy to help with bringing help bring more money to our community, but it's not where I can source from for sure. I still have to find a more affordable option. That makes sense. Sunny Las Vegas, big time celebrity in the
Mr.
building. What's going
Sunny
on, bro?
Las Vegas with his own brick and mortar.
Yeah. He says, awesome how that membership sounds, but odd how many Goodwills are getting rid of discounts in many states. Are they
I
doing
have
that
not
out
Oh,
there
heard
in
about that.
Vegas?
like they're getting rid of like the tag thing.
Yeah,
Like
the weekly tag.
Oh,
I wonder if that's what Sonny was talking
My
about.
local
interesting.
Goodwill don't do that anyway, man. Like,
Oh, really? Wow.
Really?
I mean, it's rare that they do.
Huh.
Like, well, no, they. Let me back up. They don't do the dollar sales. They do the discounts because they have to get rid of inventory, but they
I was
don't do
gonna
like
say, yeah,
anything but besides the color of the week or day or
Right. The
whatever.
tag.
yeah, because they probably wouldn't
But
cycle as much inventory if they didn't do that.
yeah, but I
Right.
never see anything from my Goodwill store here in Cape Girardeau at the Goodwill bins in St. Louis. I never see anything from this location there. I see
Yeah.
stuff from all over too.
Mm-hmm. I
Man,
wonder how they decide like what stuff goes
What
where.
goes where? Yeah.
Like there has to be some type of. There's got to be some like I
Yeah.
literally do like call center like
Mm,
forecasting planning stuff like that. Like there's got to
yeah.
be a science to it. It's
Yeah.
not just I'm going to send this random stuff here.
well,
Right.
maybe
It's
they're
got to be a
sending.
district thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe they're sending the Cape stuff to Arkansas. Because it's
Maybe.
closer
It's
to
closer to
the,
Arkansas.
Right.
the southern border.
There's
Yeah.
got to
so-
be like a Metro East kind of like it's not
Yeah.
divided by state, it's divided by because that
Yeah.
makes sense though because I remember when we went to Ohio and you weren't able to find any video games there because they like
They
their
put it
district was
online.
located next to where was it the Nintendo?
Yeah, where they
like,
were making games and they
were
made
making
stadium
games.
stadium
Yeah.
events. Like the most coveted NES game was
Mhm.
made in Ohio.
Mhm.
So
Wow. Okay.
what happened
And it was
was
tell it.
at one point a stadium events ended up in a thrift store in I think it was
In
a
a
Goodwill.
Goodwill. It was in a
It
Goodwill.
was in a Goodwill and it was sold for like $5. It's like a thousands and thousands of dollar game.
Wow.
Right. But because
So,
of that,
because of that, yeah.
yeah, it's not only in Ohio, but other very like touching states like
Yeah.
Illinois, Wisconsin, Ohio. I think
Yeah.
I don't know about Indiana, but there's a grouping of states or at least areas that all live under the same rules. But it's weird how
Right.
some have some rules where
Yeah.
apparently like in Missouri they didn't care about video games, get rid of them.
Yeah.
But like Illinois, they were not selling them for the longest time.
Yep.
Right. Well, I don't know. My Goodwill store doesn't sell any video games. They send them all directly to whatever location
Mhm.
puts it online.
Correct.
So like at first, when I first started thrifting down here, like you could find video games, but like as the years went on, there's no video games there anymore. They go directly online.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Sad but true.
Hillary says buying a spot on the conveyor definitely sounds like a reality show challenge gone
It
awry.
does.
That'll lead
It
to shenanigans
does.
for sure.
Imagine like
Absolutely.
live streaming on the channel, like you in the back room of a
Yeah.
outlet, like
going down.
seeing stuff coming directly off the conveyor, bro. Like,
Yep.
oh my gosh.
So Roman, how you doing, bro? Haven't been to Goodwill Bands in 2 weeks. Just been hitting my honey hole thrift stores. People don't know or got nothing but deals. Hey, that's nothing wrong with that, man. Usually while it's still a secret.
Exactly.
What up, Steve?
Steve.
I ran out of inventory to list. Was supposed to go to the bins on Monday. Got sick, tested positive for COVID. Now I'm stuck
Oh,
with no inventory
no.
until this passes. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I wish you had a draft bank.
Yeah, I mean,
God,
I will
I
say
wish
when
you
I
had a thrift dungeon.
yeah, I was gonna say like
Right.
I was lucky that I had a pretty like well I had a lot of clothes. I had a lot of clothes in my death pile that I
Yeah.
listed when I had COVID. So,
Hmm.
but
What's up, Jennifer? Thanks for sharing the link. I didn't even know you were here. Appreciate it.
yeah, Jennifer beat me to the punch. Good job,
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Jennifer's a pro, man. I'm telling you, man. I said that on my last live stream. Like Jennifer's like solid when it comes to dropping those links.
I love a good mod that's on top of it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, no problem. No problem, Sarah. Just subbed. Yeah, you might get a few subs out of that. Let's see here. Ping G, what's going on? How you doing?
Hello,
What's up, Ping?
And guest is Zesty. She's
I'm
Mrs.
Zesty.
Nabiar.
Yep, this is the other part of good game grabs.
Mm,
I'm the good part.
yeah.
I'm the grab part.
He's
I
very
mean,
good.
it makes
I don't know what that
sense.
means.
No,
I don't know.
you.
That doesn't make any sense. But
I don't know.
Yeah, it
Don't listen
does.
to us.
Because you're the one grabbing all the games
You
and
do.
stuff.
I
Like
mean,
you
that is
do
true. That is true.
dig in
Yeah.
those bins, and I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
la 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 la
And
la
she's like,
la.
look at my Tupperware.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's my Tupperware?
And
I'm
my Polly
like,
Pockets.
ooh,
Yeah.
shiny. Ooh,
Yeah,
tiny
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
What's
Yeah,
this?
I
La
mean the
la la.
channel name made perfect sense to me because when I met you, I was like, what's your channel called? You said Good Game Grabs. And I was like, oh, so like you're like going for video games. You're like, yeah, retro, like vintage, like cool, like nerd stuff. And I'm just like, all right. So like, and then I watched the intro and it was like, it makes perfect sense. It makes totally perfect sense. And that was on the old intro. Now it makes even more sense.
Yes. Yeah. Now we've kind of incorporated more of the reselling, just not only in the intro, but in the channel itself. Because I mean,
Yeah.
the evolution of the channel was very much like Zesty being like, "Hey, you should go find video games in the wild," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then she's like,
Yeah.
"You should record it." I was like,
You're a
"Okay."
streamer.
Yeah.
You do this
And
stuff already.
Hey, you gotta love the wife supporting things like that, man.
exactly.
Like, far too many
Yeah.
couples don't have the
I
support
wasn't
of the
even a
other.
wife yet, so that's saying
That's how
something.
that and that's the moment he knew he was gonna put a ring
Yeah,
on it.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
I was like, quit your job, babes. Be a full-time
Yeah,
YouTuber. And he's like, marry
nice.
me.
All right. Let to be fair, I'm not.
That's
We're not
great.
full time YouTubing it, but
Eventually, you're
Well, I
getting there.
mean,
eventually
it's
Eventually,
it's
it
a
would be
it's a
cool.
you
little
gotta
piece of the
compound.
full-time gig. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
you gotta compound it, man.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen overnight. No, I
It
mean,
doesn't.
there's a rare occurrence where someone puts out one video and gets monetized, but that ain't us.
No.
We gotta earn them
power
didn't-
stripes.
to him.
We
But
didn't
you
go
know,
viral like the homeless guy with a hatchet.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched that documentary on Netflix,
I've never
right?
heard of that. Oh,
Uh,
that's what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
I saw the
number one
trailer
right
for it
now.
last night. Yeah.
yeah. We've
It's
got like
weird though,
half.
because I put on my Netflix, right? And then whenever the trailer of anything started playing, the screen would go black. And then I
Oh.
checked on my phone to see what was going on, and everything played on my phone. And I was like, I don't really enjoy this right now.
Yeah, that's super weird.
Majorly
Huh.
upset.
Yeah, no
So
kidding.
I haven't tried it today, but I'm gonna see if it's working today.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure. But
Torrance
we got
says
halfway through
maybe
it.
was it not good?
Oh no, we just had to come on the podcast.
Yeah, we
Oh,
haven't
okay.
even finished
We
it
couldn't
because
just forego,
Gotcha.
Sorry,
Right.
Marcus, screw your podcast,
Right. So Torrance says maybe in the dress clothes category you should iron. Other than that, yeah, right.
I agree,
Mhm.
Torrance.
And especially if it's like a top dollar designer suit, possibly. But I just don't pick up those types of things.
That too.
Scott,
Right.
all caps, do not disobey me. I sound like Cartman.
I love that.
I think finding gay porn and use electronic is like a rite of passage. Whoa.
I guess it is.
Commonwealth Picker did find some adult videos in his latest I think it was a DVD VCR combo as well.
Okay, there
So
you go.
I mean it happens.
I mean,
definitely
Marcus just found
happens.
some crack pipes in
You know
in something the
It's,
other day.
so technically it wasn't me, it was my mom though. Like I call myself
Oh.
sorting through this stuff, right? And then so like she does the laundry, right? And then so like she hears something like knocking
Clanking
around,
around.
jingle jangling.
opens it up, and it's paraphernalia, and I'm just like, only in the Goodwill bins.
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Crack
I just
pipe
feel bad
is
for
present.
those poor fellas who are like, where is that DVD? Where did I leave that thing at? And then they're like, oh
Yeah.
Yep.
Then that was when they knew they had messed up.
I
They
hope
had
they're. I
messed
hope
up.
that they're no longer with us, and it was just a random donation.
Right.
Better
Maybe it
us to
was somebody
find it.
trolling. Like
I
somebody's
mean
like, ha ha
that,
ha.
or better us randos in the Goodwill bins to find it than poor, the
Granny.
grandchildren of
Yeah.
Nana
Yeah.
and Papa finding a surprise in their
Yeah.
house while
Yeah.
cleaning it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
kidding.
Let's see.
Where did I leave that TBT?
JD says, my Goodwill does 25% off coupon after spending X amount of dollars. I think it's like $100. I mean, that's better than nothing.
That's really
Jennifer says
nice.
her Goodwill stopped when the world shut down. Now we get no discounts. That sucks.
Boo.
Only seniors and military. I guess we gotta go join the military. I
Right.
can't. I gotta wait till I get
I can't
old.
age myself faster.
Yeah.
Sonny says Goodwills in some states got rid of senior citizens discounts. Hawaii is one I know off the top. Out of all things, why do that to our elders? That is crazy.
That is straight up, bro. Like they're probably like the
disrespectful.
A1 person that goes to Goodwill.
Also,
Of
they're the
course.
You know?
number one like category of people bringing in the
True.
donations. It comes
True.
from
Yeah.
the majority of the elderly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wild.
They're gonna do them like that. My Goodwills totally did away with the color tag of the week and 99-cent Sundays. It's been a few months, plus they raised all the prices. The racks are packed so tight you can barely sort through. That's because ain't nobody
Oh.
buying that
Yeah.
stuff.
Have fun not moving your inventory.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
have
know.
fun
Right.
sending it. They're just gonna send it all to the bins anyway. They're
Well-
gonna get their money one way or another, so they don't really care.
I mean, when your cost is zero,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all profit.
So
Gulf Coast Pickers, what's going on?
what's up?
Yep,
What's up?
raise the prices at mine too. JD, they don't do that here. When I started reselling years back in 2016, they used to have $5 filler bags and donation discount
Oh,
vouchers.
nice.
They got rid of that quick.
I'm
Yeah, I
sure
mean,
they did.
the industry is not what it was, and just imagine what's going to be in a couple years from now. So
Right.
now is the sweet spot, probably. Like, I mean, it's not even the sweet spot anymore, but now, like, it's the probably on the back nine of it. So you get what you can while you can.
Right.
A Salvation Army supervisor told me the company sends certain items to specific locations. I can see that. Like the thrift store my brother works at, they don't sell anything vintage. Like they throw it all on the back of a truck and sell it to some guy in St. Louis by the truckload.
No kidding. Where do
Travis,
we
what's
get that?
going
Game?
on?
I bet reset.
You gotta buy the
I
whole
bet it's
truckload.
I bet it's
I have
reset.
it. Yeah, I have
I
his
mean,
phone number. It's
It could be. It definitely
Or
could
some
be.
wholesale buyer.
I'm
because
telling you,
there's so
it's
many.
he's on Morganford. His
Okay.
company's on Morganford.
So we're gonna
Ah.
find this address, and
Okay,
I'm gonna buy
okay.
it.
And we're gonna
can give you
support his small business.
Hey,
That's
it's
what
not
we're
a
gonna
small
do.
business though, because he
Oh.
buys from a lot of local in the
Sourcers?
tri-state area, I think, thrift stores. So he buys all their back stock, like all the stuff
Gotcha.
that they don't sell. He buys it all, and then he sells it by the truckload or by the I don't even think he does small like loads of like pallet size either. Because like I called her and I was
Interesting.
like, I'm looking to buy like pallets, and she's like, I think you can only buy a truckload, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not there yet. So
So whenever we buy our warehouse, we have to make
Right.
sure that it has provisions for an 18-wheeler because
Yep.
we are going to
We
buy
are going to be getting a lot of deliveries.
Yep.
It sounds like, yeah.
So Jennifer says Indiana and the Indianapolis area got rid of all discounts last year. They gave discounts based on an individual basis. Now that's so weird. How do they specify who gets the discount?
Exactly.
Right.
That's very shoddy. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I don't like that.
Connecticut Goodwill pricing is kind of high, but they do a lot of discounts. One district does 2 colors, 50% off Sundays and Mondays as well.
That's pretty
Just
good.
2 days is better than no days, I guess.
Yeah, pretty good.
Lil Miss Q says she got her cha-ching for $33.01 for vintage Witch's Cauldron Halloween candy bowl.
See?
Got to hit that thumbs up, guys.
That's what happens when you hit the thumbs up.
Congrats on the sale, Miss Q. I'm trying to do more online sourcing, mixing online with thrifting to gather more inventory. That's probably pretty pricey, but it definitely works. You can always get stuff sent to you.
Yeah.
Scheduled listings so work have 1,000 saves right now.
100, but you could always do 1,000.
100.
I believe in you.
Is better than none. You know,
Yes.
it is 10 cents a listing, so the trick around that is to just go in early and list it without paying the 10 cents.
Yup.
But it's there was people like going insane when the drafts were disappearing a couple days ago. So scheduled listings was the way to go.
Well, when it's your livelihood, I understand.
Yeah,
Right.
especially you've listed all these items and put them away, so now you got to
Right.
go get them again. Yeah, it's a
Yep.
nightmare. Clay's
Yeah.
Closet, new name here. Howdy, sir. Came across you a few weeks ago, like lives. So I'm glad I got on the YouTube. Hey, Jennifer. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate you coming and hanging out
Yeah.
with us here.
Yeah. We do this every Thursday.
Every Thursday we alternate channels. I do a live every Tuesday on this channel as well. So you got 2 lives a week here.
Yep. And Jennifer was literally on top of what I was about to just say. You can go over and subscribe to our channel at Good Game Grabs if you want to see us again next Thursday.
Yep.
Same time.
Or if you just want videos in general.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ciro, que paso? What's going on with you, man? Speaking of video games, I'm running disc through the JFJ right now. Recommended. Is that like a disc resurfacer?
Yeah, it is. I've
It's
been
better than my
tossing the idea back and forth, but I don't know. I mean, first of all, I like going to my local retro shop, so like it gives me an excuse to go there and shop around if I
right.
do buy
It's the
anything.
experience.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
And you're giving them a little business every time
Exactly.
too.
Exactly.
At least
Nothing wrong with
at the
supporting
capacity
local.
you have now, I don't think. Maybe if we were both
Yeah,
like
if I was like
plugging and
buying,
chugging.
yeah, if I
Or
was
like
if I was doing like
50K, then
only media, like
yeah.
only media, I would highly consider getting a resurfacer. But at this point right now, it's whatever. I bake the cost into what I sell stuff for. So
Yeah.
if it's a $10 game and I have to pay $3 to get it resurfaced, I'm probably not going to buy the game. Or
Yeah.
whatever, or it's going to go into the booth or whatever it may be. So unresurfaced.
Hillary was watching the Hatchet show last night on Netflix.
Yay.
Does anyone mess with the Goodwill blue boxes? I heard the quality of them has gone down tremendously. I've never done it personally, but I know there was a lot of people that do like clothing and plush through them. But they did have like some banger like shoe boxes a while back, but I've heard the quality of those have diminished as well. So I'd rather just go pick my stuff. I've bought boxes from random people, not random like I didn't know them, but people that I do know, and it's better to just go pick your own stuff, honestly.
Yeah,
Unless you got an ongoing relationship to where you can be like, look, this stuff don't give
Judy.
me. Next time, give me this stuff. You know what I mean? But a one-off chance, especially from someone like Goodwill, like you never know what you're gonna get. So
Yeah, we've never
and
messed
it's
with
hit or
them.
miss with
Yeah.
those things, man. Like thread up mystery boxes and stuff. Those are just I know
Yeah,
people that love those and they base their channel and like content off of it and stuff like that,
Right.
and that's a business model. But
exactly.
I need more of an assurance of what I'm getting.
Right.
Yeah. There's a difference between making the content and making your actual living, your day-to-day
Right.
living
It's
through,
content and it's
know.
also gambling in a sense. Like you
Yeah,
don't know what
it
that's
is.
the whole point of one of those things.
People
Right.
love the gambling.
Steve said he's going, or not Steve, but Steve said that he found a bunch of Playboy VHS, tried to sell them on eBay. They took the listings down. Now he's just stuck with them.
I think you
Yard
can
sell it, man.
I think you can sell them on another platform, honestly. Those are
Card,
worth money. I guarantee they're worth money on somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I'm sure the right buyers out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
on a different platform.
There's somebody that collects that stuff for sure.
100%. 100%.
Ciro's going to the bins tomorrow. Good luck, bro. Hope you find a lot of bangers.
Yeah.
Let's see. My Goodwill adds 25% to everything. Hold up. How does that even happen? You get to the register and they're like, all right, it's an additional 25% more than what you thought.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
Goodwill tax.
Yeah.
We don't.
How much do you think
Crazy.
this is? Well, it's actually 25%.
But it ain't
more.
though.
Yeah.
Right. That's so
You have
crazy,
to name
man.
your own price.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We got a bonus disc in a PlayStation from a private pick. Hubby actually bought or brought the disc back since he knew the guy and his boyfriend.
That's hilarious.
Honey, where did we leave that DVD?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's too funny.
What's up, Bo? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming and hanging
Bo,
out, my
thank
guy.
you so much for being here, Mr. Bo.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Bo.
Marcus will
Mr.
eventually
Bo.
get to the point to where he's sourcing entire truckloads of inventory, no doubt. Eventually, but I'll have to have employees to help me sort through that stuff. Because just sorting through, like I did the binge trip on Monday. I sorted through all the stuff that I bought that day, and then immediately the next day went and sorted through another storage unit, and it wipes you out, man. Honestly,
Oh
sorting through all
yeah,
that stuff. So I
for
gotta hire
sure.
someone to do that stuff with
I
me.
mean, look, remember when Navier did the storage unit?
Yeah,
I was
I
yeah. He
do.
miserable day
brought Papa
He
one.
was
Nabiar the next day.
Hey,
miserable.
bro,
Yeah,
having my dad there was like it was literally just the best thing. It was,
yeah.
you
And
know.
I did a bulk buy. I got all that new old stock stuff like the white
Oh
stag and like
yeah,
Cherokee stuff. Like I went through a few boxes of it and like loaded up my storage unit the first day. The next day, my twin brother came through and helped me with that. So like he saved me so much time and effort, man. But we were both tired after going through over 2,000 items and stuff just to
yeah,
find
Ugh.
600-700 pieces.
right. It
My
was
Goodwill
very
has
time
one
consuming,
dollar Thursday. Can usually walk out with like 150 pieces. That's great. I wish my
bro.
Goodwill did
That's
that.
Right, that's cool.
that's like unheard of for a regular
Yeah, that's like
retail
kind of cheaper than
location.
the bins. Yeah,
Yeah, straight up,
Hmm.
I would do that every
That's
Thursday.
dangerous.
Yeah.
straight
That's
up.
dangerous.
Let's
Mike
see.
says,
Is
"What
here
up from
another?
Vegas?"
What up?
Speaking
What
of,
up?
yo, if Sunny's still here, by the way, Zesty and I
Yeah.
are coming through for our honeymoon part two
Yeah.
in February. So, what up?
So
Let's film some content together. I'll slide into your DMs on Insta. We'll work
there you
something
go.
out.
Miss
We're also
Q's
gonna go
doing
to
a
the
live
Vans.
listing tomorrow. Been a long time, hoping it motivates me to get back at it and edit and upload all the videos I made. Yeah, you can't make content
Yeah.
and then not put up the content.
Well,
That's
yeah.
like not conducive to being a content creator.
Well, I think it will motivate you, Miss Q. So
Yeah.
go hit the link that
Uh
Jennifer posted. Jennifer, thank you again for posting all those.
Jimmy D says I bought out a t-shirt collection, obviously donated by the same person from a local Salvation Army, and they messaged me on eBay yelling at me and knew which store I bought it from. Tell them, hey, you donated it. It's mine now.
Right. Like,
Yeah,
what?
You could have sold this stuff too. Like, what are you doing shopping on eBay anyway?
right. That sounds like a really sad problem for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could have
Yeah.
sold
You
the stuff
did
yourself if that's
did
the
you ask
thing.
him if he had any more shirts?
Yeah, that's what you should have did.
Man.
Where's the rest of it? I'll buy
Yeah,
it
you
all.
got any more of those?
Mm.
Right.
Jessica said it was a $250 Amazon. It was 250 on Amazon less than a year ago, but it has paid for itself already. That
That's a
sounds like
pretty.
an expensive piece of equipment. I bought a spin doctor on Amazon for 30 bucks, but it's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It
like the.
literally broke the first use.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
Oops.
I think like the JFJ is considered by most to be like an entry level resurfacer, because honestly, like to get a legit one, you're talking 1,000 or two.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe one
Pays
day I'll
for
get one.
itself though.
250's not
Landon
bad.
says, I've heard of a lot of people doing all right on the Goodwill online jewelry. Not my thing though. Yeah, we got a whole jewelry call in the reseller Nirvana mentorship, and there's a lot of people probably getting stuff online like in bulk like
Right,
Yeah,
that.
I
yeah.
mean, there was somebody a couple weeks ago on the podcast that had talked about how they were buying processors, CPU processors, in bulk off of the Goodwill website and doing pretty okay that way. And that's something that piqued my interest because I have the ability to test those things, but not
Yeah.
everybody does.
So Mike's messy room says list the VHS in the adult category. There's an adult section on eBay. Okay, so that's probably why your VHS got removed.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ping
Oh,
says eBay removed the
No.
adult category, so you're
Okay.
not
Well,
gonna be able to get that.
there you
is
go.
there
Bo
is
says,
there a dumb name for like an adult only eBay out there that you could probably
Hey,
find?
yeah,
that's
there
an idea
probably
right
is.
there. That's a
Yeah.
we got our idea. Let's go.
I knew I should have never gotten that Morona tattoo. Yeah, bro, that's faded glory all day. Should have never done it.
Oh, Bo.
uh,
Cherokee.
yeah.
Right.
Question: I'm at around 500 clothing items and want to cap at 1,000. When do you think a seller needs to upgrade from standard numbered storage bins? Uh, it depends on how large you want to grow your store. Period. But the bins became a problem with me, uh, pretty quick. Like I was at just a couple hundred items and it was already a pain. lifting and unlifting and sorting through the bottom of bins. Like I feel like the sooner you can have some type of numbered storage system, it just gets easier for you to find the items. It's a lot quicker. Whether you want to grow large or not, you can literally have like one plastic shelf you get from a yard sale with
Yeah,
a couple of boxes and some numbered bags. It's just a lot more simpler. Uh, you could store more in a smaller area as well. Like bins are they're pretty bulky and you
yeah,
never fill them
cumbersome.
all the way up anyway. So I would just consolidate into a smaller space immediately, honestly.
Like I saw the pain that Marcus went through, his growing pains, and I'm
Yeah,
glad that I watched him go through that before I started
right.
listing
So you
clothing.
could not
So
do
I
it.
could not, yeah, so I could
Yeah,
just go directly to the numbered. And like I get boxes from Costco, like they're perfect
yeah,
size, they fit on my shelf, they're perfect size for clothing, like, and they're
yep,
free. So like,
yeah.
and they're sturdy.
And it's
So
just you use what you can, whatever works for whatever storage system you decide to use is the
right,
best thing that you can do. So
yep,
Yeah.
you
yep,
don't gotta go above and beyond spending a bunch of money on it either.
Yeah. Do
exactly.
what works for your brain. Don't do what you think you see everybody else doing because that's
Yeah.
right. Because you got to be able to remember where you put your stuff.
Yep.
And grab it easily.
Yes, that
Yeah.
too. It's accessible. It's not forgotten.
Yeah.
Yep. Hillary says Bo should have got a Fate of Glory tattoo like me. I had a bad situation with a crazy stalker shown at my house, so I had to step away from YouTube. Yeah, you
I
bring out
don't
all the
blame
yahoos
you.
for some reason.
Yikes.
I don't
I
know why. She gets a lot of negative vibes with her YouTube channel, man. Like
That's weird. I hope that that
I had her
situation's
on my
okay with
live
Stu.
stream, and a couple of people had her on their live streams, and all people were just like trolling and like bringing
Mm-hmm.
Really?
so much hate and negativity in the
That's
chat. So I kind of
super
really feel
weird.
bad for her because
Yeah,
she's not even
yeah.
doing anything to provoke this type of behavior, and it's
Yeah,
just
Mm.
happening.
I'm sorry that's
That
happening to you, Miss
sucks. I'm
Q. That's
sorry.
Yeah,
terrible. Yeah.
yeah.
That's not okay. Man. Hmm.
I wanted to ask if he had more, but I figured eBay would flag me. They were all 4XL horror movie tees. Oh
Oh
wow.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna be
Yeah.
the only person with those too, man. What's up,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Paul? How you doing, bro?
Yep.
Well, I hope they got what they deserve, Miss Q. Glad you're coming
Mm-hmm.
back. Let's see. What's up, Tommy? Stag film is the underground term. Okay, well there you go.
Oh that is the underground term, yeah. Yeah.
Hillary, I hope so too. Never want to go through anything like that again. I bet that was scary. Sido says I hate the JFJ resurfacer and it takes so long to do one disc. I got a bunch of video games at a yard sale, cleaned them all, and I sold the JFJ after that. No more disc resurfacing takes too long. Yeah, I agree with you there, bro.
Yeah, I'd rather
Late
just
night.
pay $3
Uh,
and have somebody use a $2,000 machine. I know it's going to be done
yeah,
right, and it's I get to
yeah,
look around at the store.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good business model though. Like they buy the resurfacer and just resurface everybody's
Yeah.
things for
Yeah.
free or $3 and it pays for their machine.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Late night viewing from the UK. Let's go. Love your
Love
videos,
that.
Marcus. Would you say your willingness to add value by stain removing is a big part of your ability to source so many items in one day? Uh I don't even really go above and beyond, guys. Like I soak it and if it doesn't come out, I just list it stained. Uh it doesn't really I don't pick up as much stained stuff as I used to unless it's like vintage or cool. But I don't intentionally grab many stained items like I used to. I just instead of buying an item that's stained, I'll buy a lower tier item to grab my many of items that I need in a day because at the end of the day, the stained item might sell for the same price as a lower tier item would.
Right.
So
I
that's
feel
just
like you
what I
would
do.
probably sell the lower tiered non-stained item quicker than you would that
Then a
stained
stained item.
higher
Yeah.
tiered item. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. How
I
many
agree.
times did we
Yeah.
buy stained stuff or ripped
Oh my
stuff and I
gosh.
I don't sew. You are
Yeah.
the stain king, not me. I
I
don't know what
mean,
I'm doing.
I do what Marcus does. If it
See?
doesn't get out with the soap,
Soak it in OxyClean.
yep,
Yeah.
like it's beyond that. I mean, like if the
Yeah.
OxyClean
Yeah.
doesn't work, it's probably nothing else
Yeah.
is gonna work.
And I just don't have the time to put in a lot of effort on trying to get stains out. I mean, if I
Yeah,
was doing a few a day, then yeah, I would probably try to maximize my items. But literally, I'll find an item that has a flaw I didn't notice in the bins, And that's what this tote is in my living room. It's just stuff that's getting redonated. So
Yep.
like, and it's
Yeah.
full now. So in tomorrow's video, I'm taking it to drop it off. You know what I
We've all
mean? But
been
like,
there.
I got I can get hundreds of items a week. I'm not gonna really hold myself. I'm not gonna. Oh dang it,
Yeah.
stain. You got to
Yeah.
work on it now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's a brand
Exactly.
new Old Navy puffer jacket over there, still with blood sitting on it. I'm just getting rid of it.
Oh.
I don't got the energy for that. You know?
No, that ain't worth it. Now, if it was
Yeah.
like your brothers who had passed away or something,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
This
you
is
know, I
yeah,
mean,
definitely
There's
different.
yeah.
you know,
If it
but
was like a really sick members only
Yeah.
jacket, like
Yeah,
here's
you
the
know, if it was
difference,
something
you
that was
know?
worth it, but Old Navy puffer jacket, brand new, probably only goes for like $20. So,
yeah,
Oh yeah.
if
uh,
that.
You're not out
me
much.
selling it used isn't, gonna make me that much money anyway.
Right.
Landon
Mhm.
says I'm dealing with the bin to box change. Go boxes if possible. Yeah, all the
Yeah,
way.
it's growing
Mojo says
pains.
hi to the kitty cat. Hi, Tuna.
This Liv.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's
Liv.
This is
Liv.
the angry one.
Okay.
She
Oh,
looks angry.
she don't seem angry.
Are
She's
you
like,
sure?
stop squeezing me.
No, yeah, she looks like she wants to
She's
murder
like,
you.
Yeah.
I'm about to kill this lady right now.
Did you hear
Uh,
that?
yeah.
Yep.
Landon says I can fit 2,300 to 2,400 items with the box method in the same space that only fits 800 in bins. See,
There you go.
your live was the last time I was on YouTube, Marcus. Dang, yeah, I could see why.
Wow.
I could totally see why.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you had issues with your drafts deleting yet? No, thank the Lord, I did not have any issues with that. But still, I know a lot of people that said that they did. JFJ, Jessica uses it for higher price games. Hey, Kay, what's going on? Popping in to say hey, appreciate it. So it really does suck. Listed stained if it's vintage and rare, right? Or even with holes in it, it'll sell. I've started picking up less and less heavily stained and peeled items. It just takes so long to process. I basically could have listed 2 to 3 low tier items in the same time that takes. Exactly my exact
Yep.
philosophy.
Yep.
I was picking up stuff that had a lot of peeling on it and just using the fabric shaver on it. But even that takes so long. It's like
Right.
to do
Yeah.
like a whole like front and back of an item like a sweater or like a sweatshirt
Yeah.
literally takes like 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes even 30 minutes. So like
Yeah.
now I only pick it up on accident.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, or if maybe it's like an armpit situation, but like
Yeah,
there are
real quick.
some, yeah,
Yeah,
there's some cheaper fabrics, and by cheaper, I'm not saying
like
like super cheap, but
polyester
like,
blends.
yeah, like I've got this old like Target coat that is it's
Hmm.
perfectly fine. I
Yeah,
know that if I were like to try and save it, I'd have to literally
do the whole thing.
yeah, like
Yeah,
literally not just the armpits, but the entire
yeah,
coat, and it's just not
yeah.
worth it.
Yep.
Depill is the word I was trying to think of. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so time consuming. And if you have a crappy one, it takes even longer, So
Hmm.
Mojo says I will try the wrinkles and see if it sells. I guess I'm a perfectionist and have to let some of that go. I just like how it looks better to me when I steam the clothes. And it's all a matter of preference. If you have
Yeah.
the time and you have the energy to put into that, by all means, go ahead. It's your business to run the way you want to. But
Right.
me personally, I don't have the time to do that. And I can only imagine how much items less I would get listed a day if I ironed them all.
Right.
I will say this, Mojo. I was kind of the same way with clothes, and you do learn to like let go of some of that because you'll see when you do start to let go of some of that. And I'm not saying don't let go entirely, but
Yeah.
when you do let go of that, you'll notice that you'll probably get the same amount of sales even when you're not being a perfectionist. You know
Right.
what I'm
I
saying?
would say
So,
that unless you are specifically selling like
yeah, if you're
high
catering,
Yeah.
level like
if you're
vintage
catering
clothing.
to perfectionists, yes.
Yeah,
Of
But,
and
you
course.
know,
that's like I'm talking like you have like collection launches.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have like you curate your like, and I have people in the reselling community like who do that. And of
Yeah.
course, iron all the things, but obviously for the quantity and what y'all are
Hmm.
putting out, it wouldn't make sense to do that for everything.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hydrogen peroxide gets out blood stains really well. I've heard that. I just have not went through with putting the effort into it. Uh, Thanks for the storage tips. Collecting items from stack bins is like a daily pre-workout. Hello. No,
Yeah,
that's not a daily pre-workout. That is the
that is
actual
the
workout.
workout. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
real talk.
I want to know what that person's workout is if that's the pre-workout.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
jeez, good for
Yeah.
you.
What's up, Brian? How you doing, bro? You guys came in on the
Howdy.
end.
I
We are
mean,
actually
we're
8
8 minutes
minutes
over
over.
time right now.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead
Time
and wrap this one
flies.
up. I just had to get caught up on the chat, and it was
For
definitely
sure.
interactive. We appreciate all you guys' interactions and comments and questions and things.
Yes.
Sarah says she's ended up with 3 sweater shavers. Haha, just a word from experience. Just don't get the ones that are powered by USB. I lost the tiny USB cord and now only use shavers with batteries. I never had one with a cord.
Do you want me to send you a USB cable? I will.
Mm.
I have a lot of them.
What she's
I have a
saying
whole
is
tote
it's
full.
it's not that powerful if you
Mm.
constantly got to keep it charged. If you're using it that
Right.
much, you might as well be using the one with batteries. That's
No,
what
that's
I'm
fair.
hearing.
That's fair.
So
Mm. Oh, Mojo Mama says I sell a lot of low level clothes. I really hate ironing, honestly. So I know I can let that go. But if I get Silk or Gucci, we're gonna have to grab a safe iron. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you
yeah,
know, it's certain things like that. Now, like if I find like a silk item or a cashmere, I don't wash it. I sell it
Right.
as is and I let the buyer take care of it. Like I
Yep.
just listed a cashmere sweater from Free People today. I didn't wash it, I didn't iron it, you know.
yeah.
I
Yep.
just
100
listed it the
100%
way that I
wool.
got it.
Like not
Yeah.
gonna
Not
wash
good.
it.
It's gonna
Yep.
shrink up on you.
Like
So
Pendleton.
yeah.
No
Yep.
Pendletons get washed. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
So yeah, guys, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Catch us next week on Good Game Grabs this channel.
Yep.
Got video coming out tomorrow.
Yep. 7
Yep.
a.m. every
I
Friday.
got one at
Woo.
3 p.m. So
Yep. Yep.
catch you guys in the comment section. But yeah,
Yes.
that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Catch you guys on the next one. But until then, let's make this cat.